For this butt whooping we are about to receive, we ask for it to be quick and as painless as possible. Amen. What is up, Fins fans and Bills fans? If you come by to check out how bad that this Dolphin fan thinks that your Buffalo Bills is going to stomp out Miami tomorrow night, then please come in, sit down, kick back, because you'll probably enjoy this video. And welcome to Fins Temporal Focus. Going to be talking about the Miami Dolphins heading north to their daddy's house and taking on the Buffalo Bills. Now, it don't look good. It don't look good on paper. It don't look good on the field. Don't look good. But we're going to go through it. Now, if somehow Miami wins this game, I may still be a little upset because you just want it over at this point. Let's just move on. Tear it down, start fresh, because it's not good. You've got your guys that want to be here, Waddle, Achane. Obviously, I think Tua wants to be here, but I don't think he will be, just because whoever comes in as the head coach, they're going to want their own quarterback, and we're probably going to have a high draft pick. They're going to want to get their own. So, and I understand that, but you still have Oliver Gordon. You have some really nice pieces. Patrick Paul, who didn't play as well in the New England game, but played well against Indianapolis. Savannah has played really bad, but he is a rookie. You got to give him that pass, but didn't look good against New England. Didn't look great against the Colts. Did not look good against New England. And Brewer apparently was injured at some point in the New England game. It is just now kind of come out. So had no idea that he was even injured. And so yeah, and we're still going to have Borom and Smith on the right side. We saw effects of that, so not going to look good. But it's not without all doom and gloom, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to go into the injury report best I could get, and I'm going to try to do a little better of getting these pre-game videos out to you a little earlier. And it's just hard for me. I'm not computer savvy. I'm not any of these things. I'm notebook and pad and pen and having to just find and write down, and so it makes it hard for us computer illiterates. But I am going to try to do better. Getting this one out. If it was Sunday's game, this would be an early one. This would be about right on time. But unfortunately, it's a Thursday night game, so here we are, and I'm rushing it to get it to you guys again. Also want to thank the people that have subscribed. It's really awesome. It's only 10 subscribers. I get it. It's nothing, but thank you guys. I appreciate it. The people that have actually viewed the video and checked it out, that's awesome. Please leave a comment. Let me know what I'm doing right, what I'm doing wrong. Let me know your opinions on the season, if you have an opinion on the season, because I understand if you don't at this point, other than a lot of anger. But we'll start with the Buffalo Bills. Ed Oliver apparently is going to be out, the defensive tackle for the Buffalo Bills. Matt Milano, the linebacker, also probably going to be out for this game. And it is, if Mike McDaniel keeps saying, hey, we're going to run the ball, we are going to run the ball, now is the time to do it with these two guys out. Achane has done well, yards per carry. And then the big news, which I'm getting ahead of myself, I'll bring it back. Sorry. But it's a good time maybe to run the ball. And then the only other real notable injury for the Buffalo Bills is cornerback Teron Johnson. He's questionable. Probably will play, but he is questionable. And then we move to the Miami Dolphins. And of course, we already know about the right side of the offensive line. It sucks. Storm Duck still out. Malafanu is also out at safety. Of course, Duck is our corner. And then it gets interesting. Ethan Bonner, defensive back, he's gotten some playing time over the last year or so. Can't be no worse than what we've seen on the field in these two games, right? So hopefully, and we already know he's fast. Does that make him mean he can cover? No, but even Tyreek Hill has come out and said, he hasn't asked to race Ethan Bonner because he's really fast. So, maybe there's a little something there. Of course, like I said, speed does not make you a great corner. Good makeup speed. If a guy airs the ball out, but unfortunately, we're facing Josh Allen, not Tua Tagovailoa, so therefore you don't have to worry about there being much arch on the ball. Arch. Anyway, so the big one was all of a sudden there was talk about that, and I'm going to pronounce it correctly. I was paying attention during the New England game. It is not Aaron Brewer. It is Aaron Brewer. So I've always pronounced his name incorrectly, and I will try to do a better job. Aaron, not like it's Aaron Brewer. But apparently he was injured at some point, and nothing. I didn't find anything until earlier today about the fact that he's probably going to go for this game. Didn't know there was a question that he was going to go in this game, but apparently there was. So at least hopefully we will have our center, and then our two young guys on the left. Right side's going to suck. Left side hasn't been that much better. But with Milano and Oliver being out, maybe you got a shot. Speaking of Olivers, please give our Oliver, Oliver Gordon, come on, give him like 5 carries. I'd love to see him get at least 5 carries in this game. I don't think it's going to happen because of what I'm fixing to talk about next, which I'll get to. But Benito Jones, questionable. Chop Robinson, questionable after the absolutely appalling hit to his knee by the New England Patriots right tackle. Absolutely unnecessary. That's the way you get people injured for a season or longer. Luckily, he does seem to be okay. I'm sure he's sore. Scared me when I saw it as soon as it happened. It was a little scary. Jalen Waddle is questionable for this game. Probably a back issue. He got popped really good in the back during one of his catches. Hung on to the ball, but yeah, he got popped pretty good, and you could tell he was wincing. So I'm assuming that's probably a back issue. He probably just needs to keep that stretched out for him to be able to go, but it's probably going to be a game time decision, or maybe they will kind of use him sparingly, keep him on the bye, try to keep that loosened up. But I'm sure that's probably a back issue. It didn't list, or at least I didn't see anything listed on what I was looking up. Darren Waller out. Who cares? Cut him. Cut him. Bring in Rusi. I said it in a video before. Bring Rusi in. See what he can do. We're wasting a roster spot on a project that after tomorrow night, the projects don't matter no more. They're absolutely not going to matter. The only projects that matter is the fact that most of our team is going to be going there. That's it. That's the only thing that matters. Malik Washington should be good to go. And then Jalen Wright, full participant today, I believe, in practice. And he should be good to go tomorrow for the Buffalo Bills. So, needless to say, our list a lot longer than the Buffalo Bills. What else is new? It seems like every week I look at an injury report. You know, Indianapolis had nobody. New England had one. You know, and then we have, because Chris Greer, our great general manager, loves to sign people with injuries. If you've been injured, it's like it's like one of those info commercials. If you've been injured, please call Chris Greer. He will pay you immediately. Just saying. Gonna move on from that. I'm sorry. All I can do is rant at this point. It is what it is. We are going to look at the offense and defense, what it looks like together, and we're kind of we'll talk about it as we go, what we think. Of course, you've got all the same issues, but we will start with Miami's defense against Buffalo's offense. Oh, all right. Listen up, kids. We start with total yards. Miami Dolphins, 26th in total yards. Buffalo Bills offense, ding ding, number 1. Passing offense, or passing defense for the Miami Dolphins. I'll get it right. They're 24th. Buffalo Bills, 2nd. Rushing defense, 25th for the Dolphins. Rushing offense for the Bills, that's right, 2nd. Scoring. Where do you think Miami is in scoring? Surprise, they're not last. They're 31st in scoring. The Buffalo Bills offensively scoring, that's right, number 2, 2nd in scoring. Detroit probably put a big damper on that one with the game they had last week. Anyway, then we look at sacks. Miami Dolphins, 17th getting to the quarterback. They only have 4 sacks on the season. The Buffalo Bills giving up sacks. Also, they are 4th. They've only given up 1 sack. So, number 4 in the league right now. Then we look at 3rd down. Ugh, this is ugly. Miami Dolphins are 31st on 3rd down. The Buffalo Bills are 16th on 3rd down in the league. Now, we're going to talk about this a little bit just because that is horrible. And I've said it. If you've watched any of my videos, you've already seen me rant about this, so I'll just sum up rant about this. The fact that how many times are we going to watch the Dolphins stop them on 1st down, stop them on 2nd down, especially if we get a sack or there's a penalty. We've had the ball 2nd and 25 and get a penalty, 5 yards, automatic 1st down. We had the Colts 3rd and 30. Holding 5 yards, automatic first down. We had the Patriots 3rd and 14, I believe it was. Boom, screen for 16 yards and a first down. It's like we can, no matter what we do, it's long yardage. There's still, it's like, why are you just leaving the open, like everything? It's like we're going to just leave the field open for you to get as much yardage as you can. Because all we want is for you not to get the first down on 3rd down. And then even if we do hold you, then it ends up in a makeable 4th down situation. They're going to give it up as far as they can give it without giving up the first down, or they're just going to go, hey, it's 3rd and 14, we'll give you 16. You know, it's 3rd and 17, we'll give you 18. That has been going on for a lot longer than just this year. I digress. But my point is, the Miami defense is horrible. This is absolutely a horrible defense. And we're going to look at takeaways. I guess maybe something's got to give here because the Dolphins do not have a takeaway on defense. They're 27th in takeaways. I don't know, when you don't have a takeaway, I don't know how you get 27th. I would think tied for last. However, we move on. For the Buffalo Bills, they are first, also with a goose egg. They have yet to turn the ball over. Miami, if you're listening, defense, this would be a nice time to grab one of those turnovers. It'd be nice. I mean, you know, it was nice to have a punt return last week. Just, you know, let's not turn around and give up. You know, if we get one of those turnovers, Tua, my boy, don't just give it back. You know, it'd be nice. I'd appreciate that. All right, now we're fixing to move to the Miami Dolphins offense and the Buffalo Bills defense. So when you flip it around, we'll start, obviously, you got total offense, the Miami Dolphins, 24th. Buffalo defense, 8th. Passing offense, the Miami Dolphins they moved up a little. It helped against New England. They're 15th overall. It's not horrible in passing. Buffalo Bills are first against the pass. Now, like I said, with Oliver and them being out, maybe we don't even worry about passing it. That's what I'm hoping. But we'll get to that. Rushing the ball. I want y'all to listen to me closely. All right? Rushing. Miami offense is 29th in rushing the ball. Now, the one thing I want to keep in mind is they only rushed the ball like 8 times in week 1. And this past week, I may actually still have that list here. I don't know. Oh, guess I didn't. I don't guess I do. All right. But it was only like 12 times, 12, 13 times that Miami rushed the ball. And they gave up on the ball. I understand giving up on it in the Colts game. They did not need to give up on the run in that New England game. They could have still ran the ball. But the fact, now I get it, before you Bills fans that has jumped into this little fun ride that we're taking, I get that week 1 was a big hit. You know, Lamar Jackson and the King Henry absolutely rolled you guys as far as on the ground. So I get that maybe padded a little bit. And before you Bills come at me that have come in and checked this out, only reason because of week one. I get it. Lamar Jackson, Henry, they ate you guys alive. I get it. I promise. And I know we don't have no Henry, and we certainly don't have no Lamar Jackson. But point being, we have got to take advantage of a couple of injuries. And the fact is, all I can go by is the stats, and you're 31st in defense stopping the run. So we have to try. If McDaniel, if you're going to save your job at all, you have got to run the ball. Run the ball. Anyway. So that being said, we go into scoring. Miami is 25th in scoring. The Buffalo Bills are 22nd. Sacks, the Dolphins are 30th. The Buffalo Bills are 11th. Dolphins have already gave up 8 sacks on the season. The pressure rate isn't a bit better than that. Third down, you have the Miami Dolphins are 11th. The Buffalo Bills, number 1 in stopping teams on third down, and it's really nice for them. It's like 27% that as far as on third down. And then you have takeaways where the Miami Dolphins are 26th in basically giving the ball away in this case, and the Buffalo Bills are 11th in takeaways. So this all being said, it pretty much comes down. I mean, you've got Kincaid, you've got Shakir, you have Cook. It's going to be ugly, and of course, Miami's daddy is going to be there. I'm sure he's waiting with arms wide open. And it's going to be ugly. I think everybody knows. I think Josh Allen is going to be sitting on the sideline, drinking Gatorade, yucking it up. I want to say by the third quarter, but he might do a drive in the fourth just to, I don't know, maybe pat a stat or something. I don't know. But point being, hopefully it is all over. And what does this really mean to Buffalo? Not much. Not much at all. Because the season doesn't matter. The season is just a prelude. Because Buffalo, nothing matters until they get to the playoffs. And they've got to prove that they can do it in the playoffs. Okay? And until they do that, the regular season, now don't get me wrong, I would take that in a heartbeat to be able to just go and be relative in the playoffs every year, even if I didn't go to the Super Bowl. I get it. A lot of fans say it's Super Bowl or nothing. I would love to be just competitive. And we haven't been. Not since the Marino days, really. And even then, Buffalo waylaid us back then, too. So, I mean, it is what it is. Luckily, during the New England days, we weren't very good. It didn't really matter. But we had some decent teams in the, obviously, 80s. And in the 90s, it fell off, but we were still relevant. And I would take that. I would take that just being relevant in the playoffs. Take it in a heartbeat right now. But hopefully it is all going to be over soon. The big thing is we cannot keep making the same mistakes that we have been making. And I do have I think I've got the whole play calling situation situated. Because I get it. I'm long-winded on these videos. This is going to be a longer video than it needs to be because of ahs and oohs and blah, blah, blah. Sometimes I have trouble trying to think of exactly the words I want to put out there. I'm sure McDaniel's the same way, but it's also why I'm not a play caller. It's why that maybe he should have Bevel calling the plays, because I'm sure Tua's sitting out there and they're going, you know, pistol right, Z slant, XY cross, force left. I think we like that. Timeout. Timeout. I'm just saying. Maybe that's what it sounds like on the sidelines. But what else can you do but laugh at this point? It's just, hopefully Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills put us out of our misery very soon. But that being said, I don't think this one's going to be close. But it is the Miami Dolphins. And what that usually means is when we are ready to bury the team, that's when they'll give us just that little ray of hope. Just that little shining star from a trillion miles away, just before the Death Star blows it up. It just is what it is. It's what we've become. And we will be until we get the right people in the front office. But that being said, guys, make good decisions and fins up for the future, I will say. But don't worry about what you're wearing for this game. Don't worry about what you're cooking. All superstitions out the door, because it ain't going to matter. Guys, fins up for the future, and have a good day.